What's up, guys? Saikida here. So I'm here for Friday's review. This is gold on 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to be reviewing London, the trades that I took in London and the trades that I took in New York session, which made me to do like 3x on my account. So it went from 500 to, excuse me. Actually went from 500 to 2000 USD. So there's a good return on a day. So here is the London session. It begins at 2 o'clock to 5, and everything is obviously in New York time. Sorry, everything is in New York time here. So here I have London beginning at 2. And if you look from midnight, this is the midnight open here, this vertical line. This is the opening price at 2 o'clock. And I also have the opening price here at 3 o'clock, okay? Because I was trading the silver bullet. So price, what you see here, this is an accumulation prior the London Open, and then it manipulates just a few minutes before the London Open. This is to entice traders, the early buyers that is going to run higher, you know, the breakout artists. When it pushes above these relative equal highs here, which is buy side liquidity with displacement, they believe, oh, it's gonna run. Then they start buying that. When it drops, they are trapped. Okay, so you have buy stops trapped here. People that believe that this is an area of resistance, they were trapped pretty much up there. Okay. And then what happened after that, we call this a bearish market structure shift. So when London opened, we were already in a sell program. Okay, displacement to the downside as soon as we open, and then what happens, it rallies, it comes just above the high of this candle, clears buy side, completely filling that, and the bearish order block the main threshold pushes it lower, creating another break in structure. Okay, and then we see a retracement to the premium of this swing high and the swing low. So if you retrace inside that at premium, what do you have? We have that fair value gap, which in the form of a CB. It's a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And what else do we have there? We have the midnight open. Okay, look at how we close inside that fair value gap. Price pretty much fails to close at the upper quadrant of that fair value gap, and the CE, the bodies are staying below the CE of the fair value gap, which is the midpoint, right? And that is also algorithmic. It tells you that price is pretty much heavy, and what happens after that, displacement to the downside. So here is where Aikido comes in during the silver bullet at 3 o'clock. What happens as soon as we open, we rally, clearing buy side above relative equal highs here. We fill this premium fair value gap. Now I'm waiting to see if we are going to continue to the downside, or if we're going to disrespect this fair value gap, close above it and target these highs. Okay, I'm trading this on the 1 minute. I don't really need to trade, look at the weekly or the daily, because I'm inside this swing low high and this swing low, so I can study price action here. I don't really need to go back to the daily chart, weekly chart. I do have information here that I can use. So if I'm looking at the swing high and the swing low, we are moving towards the equilibrium, and we have what? We have that imbalance right there. So this is the equilibrium of this range. At premium, we have this imbalance. And what does price do when it reaches that premium CB above relative equal highs? It starts to break lower. Okay, now I'm watching, does it break below the low here? Yes, it does. With displacement, does it leave me a fair value gap in displacement? Yes, it does. And that's why I entered my first positions in during London. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the screenshots of what I did right there. So those are my executions. So as it was running back inside here, hopefully those are the right executions. Yes, it is. I was looking at the bearish breaker here, and I was looking at the fair value gap. So I was entering positions right there, it went lower, it came back again. I looked at this bearish breaker and I added more positions and I took profits down right there. So you can see here the next screenshot. This was the initial profits running from those executions. The balance was 597 and then it went on to 700 USD. Okay, and then that's what I closed right there in the morning. So the account, because I closed just right below the lows here, the initial lows, this is where I was trading this movement down here. Okay, and then let's go now to New York session, right? So we pushed to all-time highs, because here when we pushed above this buy side liquidity, this was the initial all-time high. So coming into New York, I like to trade gold after 8:30. So let me remove the true session open for the London session now and only leave this midnight open, because the midnight open is supposed to be extended throughout the day. I'm going to do exactly that. So this is the New York session now, the session that I traded and the trades that I took. So I just put my vertical line at 8:30 and I want to study price action after 8:30. So what happens here, we have relative equal highs here. This is also relative to the initial all-time high, the high that we made in the morning, the one that I just pointed out. And then price pretty much generated sell side liquidity before and moved to the upside, and we cleared the relative equal highs here. We also took out the initial all-time high. So remember, we are trading at all-time highs and people have buy stops above here. So there's buy stops pending. And with this displacement to the upside, we are triggering those buy stops. So I already know that, okay, we've just cleared buy side. I want to see, and I'm waiting for signatures in price that are saying no, now we are going lower. So I'm watching the consecutive up close candles prior that move to the upside. And once we break below those, I want to see displacement that confirms that now a sell program is in. So I look at that and I see finally you have a close below the consecutive up close candles that causes a change in state of delivery right there. I'm also watching this bullish order block. Does it support price? Does it pushes it higher? It fails. So if it fails, if we test it from below, look at the bodies are staying below that. So now it's an inversion. It works as an inversion. So those are all the things that I was actually focusing on. And then I wanted to see a fair value gap stay open right here. So this went lower and then it created that fair value gap, which then I used to execute my first entries. So I sold that fair value gap, stop loss above that candle that creates the fair value gap. The high of that candle was where my stop loss was, and I was targeting this sell side liquidity down here. And then as price went lower, came back. Now this down close candle, which was a bullish order block here, once we break it and test it from below, it becomes a bearish breaker, and then it actually pushed price lower. So now I'm going to show you my executions for New York. These are my executions. You can see my initial entries, they were actually up there, then went lower, came back again. I entered more positions. These are my initial profits. From the profits that I actually closed in the morning, you can see the balance now was floating 700. So I made two 700 USDs basically. So, and then this was when my trades were closed right down here. So you can see from this, and the balance was then 2000 USD. So this is how you actually flip using gold. Gold is for passive income. It's actually easy to trade gold. You don't really need so much. You just need to understand liquidity imbalances and the market structure. Even on the 1 minute, you can scalp it. It moves. It gives you those moves, those quick moves, and you're quick. You're in and you're out, just like that. So this is Aikido. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. You let me know, and I'm learning to now edit the videos, and I'm hopefully giving you guys the best of the best. But yeah, this was on Friday, and that's why I stopped. So I'll see you guys this week, and follow me on Instagram. Come join my Discord. I trade live there. I have the boot camp that I'm holding. I'm currently, yes, that's currently going on. You can come join. If you have 3,000 rands, you're gonna flip that to 500,000 by before December. Okay, so come join me, guys, and yeah, peace. See you on the next one.